What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I am back and I think I have this thing fixed. So I just wanted to get on here before the game starts later on. So that way, if anybody wants to join this fantasy draft for the upcoming game today, now's your chance. As you can see, I fixed the player pool. The pot total right now is 2469. Uh, okay, my bad. I'm just checking my stream. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right. So let's take a look at the other lineups out. I believe the lineups are out. So let's look at that real quick. All right. Jordan Hicks versus going up against Will Warren, excuse me. So for the Giants, they got Mike Yastrzemski, Willie Adames, Jung Hoo Lee, Matt Chapman, uh, Ramos, Lamont Wade Jr., what's his name? Wilmer Flores, Huff, and Fitzgerald playing second. Whatever. I don't know those guys, but for the Yankees, we got Ben Rice leading off today. Interesting. Judge batting second. Bellinger batting third. I think Boone's trying to mix things up a little bit. Goldschmidt batting fourth. Jazz Chisholm batting fifth. Volpe batting sixth. Wells. Dominguez at left today. And Oswaldo Cabrera at third base. I think he's trying to get the offense going by switching it up a little bit there. And I don't blame him, man, because the offense has been terrible, terrible lately. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But let's go ahead and let me activate this. Get this thing up. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to the main screen. That way I can hold on. Okay, I got the wrong graphic back there. Let's go ahead and play with this thing here. So I have the bet. What's good, D Train? Yeah, we got a win today. Yeah, I mean, I like the swap too, man. Because honestly, bro, we got to do something, man. We got to do something. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Chat should be up here. Yeah, we got to. The offense been crazy, man. So putting Ben Rice at leadoff, hey, you know what? Shake it up a little bit, right? It wasn't working what we was doing before, so let's mix it up. Eventually, I like to see Volpe get his on base percentage up, so that way he can be leadoff. He's like my ideal leadoff hitter if he can get his OBP up. Let's look at Volpe's stats right now while I'm at it. So I'm gonna hit $ Volpe. I don't even know if I have this thing running. I think I do. NYY. Up, it didn't pull his image. Something's going on. But at least he got the stats. There we go. So Volpe batting 250. And that thing went too quick. Batting 250. Freaking his OPS 908 OPS. That's because he's got 4 home runs already and only 1 stolen base. I'd like to see more stolen bases out of him, but in order to steal bases, you got to get on base. So I appreciate the power, but I need you on the base path, my guy. All right. So let me go ahead and edit my bet for today. I'm going to hit edit. Hey, D-Train, you, Ken, and Max Coverage were tied for first place in the last game's bet. I'm gonna go with, you know what? I feel like Judge is due. So we're going with Judge. And from now on, too, you could pick as many players you want, up to 5 players. So you could put 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, however you want. So right now I could just put judge if I want, and it'll still go. So I changed that too. Before I had it where you had to pick 4 players. Now you could pick up to 5. So we'll go judge. Let's go Thomas. Why not? Um, you know what? I feel like Bellinger's due too. Let's go Bellinger. For some reason, every time I put Dominguez, it crashes. It don't crash, but I get an error. So I gotta fix that. And I'll go with let's go with I don't know why I didn't pull up the lineup. It should have got the lineup by now. Let's go with shoot. Why not? We'll go with Rice. Rice. You put the dollar sign is for stats. So when you're using the dollar sign, you're gonna get some kind of stat. For the betting system is exclamation point. So I don't know if you meant to do that on purpose. So let's see if this works right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and add Lee. All right, it worked. Bet updated. New picks: Aaron Judge, Willie Adames, Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice, Jung Hoo Lee, and the cost change balance. All right. Nice. The player pool, the total pot is open, works. So now that we know that that the betting system's actually working, let's go ahead and open it up. So we could play. Hold on, let me open this thing up. Sounds. All right, my bad, guys. I'm really trying to get this thing to work. So I would like if some of you guys would place bets because that's the only way I'm gonna see if it's actually functioning the way it's supposed to. Yeah, you gotta add your players behind the I bet. So I'll show you. Let me bring this here. Let me bring this over here and let's go also. You see I put I put edit because I already placed a bet. But instead of edit, you will put exclamation point bet and the last name of your players up to 5 players. You could pick 1, you could pick 5. It's up to you. And the system will do the rest. And after the game, it'll calculate it and we'll see. Right now, I'm trying to get this thing working because it's just a beta. But the plan is that in the future, um, once I have it locked down, we'll do like giveaways and stuff at the end of the week. You know, right now I can't do that because I don't know if there's any loopholes or glitches in this thing. So I need to make it fair. Okay, let's go back to me. And then I'm also working on a trivia. So we're gonna have a trivia here popping up in the future, and it's gonna if you can put like A, B, C, D, whatever in the chat, and if you get it right, it's gonna it's gonna give you coins, you know, so your wallet could grow. All right, bet locked. Okay, I don't know why it's not adding the name. It should say bet locked D train, whatever. I'll go with. I got a player account. All right. You know what? I might be able to do that right now. Fix that right now. Oh well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So let me go back over here. All right. Now over here, so the exclamation point function works for the betting system. So I could check my wallet. If I put wallet, it'll tell me my wallet size. And for stats, go right here. And you can pull up, like earlier, I was pulling up Babe Ruth and all kinds of stuff, man. Because I have it looking through a specific API looking for players. And the way you got to filter. So you could put, let's say, right now, if I put Stroman and I hit enter, it probably won't find them. So I'll put Stroman, the team where I want it to look, and then I can even put the year, you know. So for instance, I'll put Stroman 2022. Let's see what his stats were in 2022. Go back here and it should pull up. There is a delay though, a little bit. And that's the system, man. That's what I've been working on. And I'm gonna expand this a little bit more with trivia and all kind of goodies, man. And then hopefully we'll do some giveaways and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Maybe just something like one of these shirts. I made this one myself right here. Things like that. But I gotta get this thing working first. And the only way to get it working is by testing it live, right? We'll test it live. But let's talk more about today's game. All right. Jordan Hicks. I wish I could show some highlights, man, but I'd be getting copyright strikes every time I do it. I don't know how other people do it, but they don't let me do it for sure. But Jordan Hicks, man, he let me pull up his baseball savant. Jordan Hicks. All right. Whoa, what we doing? Okay, so obviously he's spent most of his time as a reliever. But I mean, he's a hard thrower. Ever since he's been in the starting role, he's kind of calmed that down a little bit. But we know he can get it up there to 100. His sinker's 97 miles per hour. His sweeper's 83 miles per hour. He uses the sinker about 67% of the time, as you can see right there. Four seam fastball, it's about the same speed as the sinker, which is tough because you're thinking it's a straight fastball, and all of a sudden it dips on you. And he has a splitty, but he don't throw the splitty too much. 89 miles per hour. Yeah, man. I mean, when he's on, he's pretty good, man. We know that, and he's a hard thrower, so he's got swing and miss stuff. Hopefully, the bats can do something today. Let's go over here. D Train says we need the young pitcher. Why is my chat not showing? Okay, bring it back over here. We need the young pitcher to give us some innings today. Yep, fastball sinker guy. Exactly. He's a fastball sinker guy, but he also has a sweeper, so he'll throw you off with a. That's what I wish Devin Williams would do, man. Just he can't. I guess his changeup is that nasty that he could live off of just a changeup and a fastball. But I like to see him get a cutter or something like that, or either a cutter or even a sweeper, man. A slider. I don't know, just another pitch, man. Do something, dude. Because I feel like they just sit and change it when Devin Williams is pitching. But yeah, man. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna set this up too. I'm gonna set this up so we can look up the like the history. I'm gonna see if I could do that, like a Judge versus Hicks or something like that in the system. Max, Max, what's up, Max? Max says Stroman needs to get out of New York. Oh man. Yep. I tell you what, man. After that performance yesterday, that was terrible. And then later, he's like, "I don't like pitching in the cold, dude." That I don't think that was it, dude. What about every other day, every other start? At this point, and I look. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he does, but I think he's pretty much done. If that guy doesn't, he cannot miss a pitch. He cannot afford to miss a pitch because he doesn't throw hard enough. So he has to play around the edges of the zone. And yesterday he couldn't get it in there. Even when Austin Wells was setting up, you see him setting up out of the zone because they know the Yankees analytics and all them. They know that you don't want to let him throw strikes because they hit it hard. You know, straight bum. Yeah, man. I'm hoping that he makes a comeback though. I really am. I don't like the attitude though. I don't like the oh, I don't like pitching in the cold. How about you just go over there and be like, man, that was poor performance, terrible performance. I got to do better. Look, Nestor Cortez, after he gave up all those home runs versus the Yankees, his next start, he pitched like 6 shutout innings of like one hit ball. So I'm hoping Stroman does the same thing. I'm hoping he goes back and, you know, does something, man. Figure it out. Figure that shit out. Devin needs a third pitch. That two pitch thing will not last in the AL East. Yeah, he does need a third pitch, but the thing is, it sounds so easy, right? But it's not as easy as it sounds, man. Because you want your third pitch to at least be. I'm sure he knows how to throw curveballs and all that stuff, but it's probably just, when they put it up in what's that thing called, in the freaking whatever, so the rap soto or whatever the shit they got that shows the spin rate and all this stuff, trackman. It probably doesn't. They don't like it. So, but he would benefit from a third pitch, and I think that third pitch should be a cutter. I feel like a cutter goes well with this changeup because it's all gonna come out through the same tunnel, you know. But the changeup is gonna move arm side, and the cutter is gonna move glove side. So just to throw the bat off a little bit, he needs something. Max says he doesn't throw strikes. When he does, they get tattooed. Exactly. That's what I was saying yesterday because they were like, oh, he needs to throw strikes. I was like, no, they don't even want him throwing strikes. They want him to get people out with balls that are just outside the zone. Because when he gets in the zone, man, even yesterday, man, he pitched two-thirds of an inning. Even those 2 outs, they were taking monster hacks, monster swings, man. You know, so it could have been a lot worse, to be honest. Man, why is it so cold in here? I'm freezing. The league caught up with Stroman. He can't be living on that corner of the strike zone. Yeah. Yep. Definitely right. So right now the pool is at 5,218. Let's get some more bets. If you want to play, if you want to create a wallet so you can bet in this, obviously it's all for play, it's all for fun right now. But soon in the future, I'm planning on making it worth people's while where you can actually win something. You know, obviously I'm not rich, so I can't do crazy stuff. But even if it's a baseball card or a shirt or whatever, a gift card, Amazon gift card or something, we'll do that. We will do that. Yeah, man. I think the talk right now is about Stroman, man. To be honest, like, look, are you really that surprised? Are we really that surprised? I think we hoping that he can be that guy, or at least a little bit of what he used to be. We're hoping that the same way we're hoping that with Cookie Carrasco, man. But in all reality, come on, dude. I think he's well past his prime. Hey Max, from now you Dominguez for some reason don't use Dominguez because there's a bug. Every time I put Dominguez's name in there, I get a validation error, so I have to go back and fix that. But everybody else is good, and you could pick up to 1 to 5 players. So you could pick one player now, 5 players. However, but Dominguez is off the books right now, and I fixed the junior thing, so you could pick Chisholm, Wade, whatever. But I gotta fix Dominguez. For some reason, it does not like that name Dominguez. I gotta figure out why it's giving me errors. Max placed his bet. Who you got? Ben Rice, Jung Ho Lee, Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, Matt Chapman. Yeah. And if you guys have any input or any suggestions on how I should do this, because right now the way I have it is just total bases minus strikeouts. So, like if you look at yesterday's score, let me get this out the way. I had -2 points. Who did I pick yesterday? I gotta get this ticker out the way. Overlays. Let's take the ticker out. All right. I had bro, I'm not even showing my picks. I gotta expand that. Anyway, I don't know who I picked, but I had somebody must have been striking out because I had minus negative 2 points. So let me put this ticker back up. There it is. Uh, D Train, your bet. I think your bet did go through. You know what? I could check right now. I'll show you. Because right now I'm actually as I'm doing this, I'm talking and I'm looking at this and seeing how it's working. So let me pull this up and we can look at it together. I'm gonna pull this over here and then we'll do this. Let's go right here. I'm gonna look in the database real quick. Let's refresh this. Bets. I gotta find your ID first. There's that's not it. Users. Okay, D Train. Your user ID is, and then I need my glasses. 4BKA. I'll tell you right now if it went through. 4BKA. 4BK. No. Your bet did not go through. Your bet yesterday went through. So I got the final score right here. But today you don't have a bet. These are the only bets right here. And they're null because the game obviously hasn't even finished yet. So you got to go ahead and do it again, man. Yeah, I did do that, Max. Oh, shoot. Man, my computer is hating me right now. I did do that, Max, but man, it got so complicated that honestly is beyond my level. I ended up having to just delete that whole project and start from scratch because it was just getting out of hand. I couldn't make it work. But I will. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. And obviously I've been using like chat GPT to help me a little bit. But even it messes it up a lot of times too. So you gotta be able to go in there and figure out what's going on and how to fix the errors that they make. But yeah, so yeah, man. Just the exclamation point bet 1 to 5 players last name. But right now, stay away from Dominguez. Dominguez is off limits right now because he's causing bugs in my freaking my script. Singles are 3 points. Walks are 2 points. Oh, that's interesting. So that's how DraftKings is. Singles are 3 points. Walks are 2 points. Hit by pitch 2 points. Doubles are 5 points. RBIs 2 points. Hmm. The hit, yeah, I could get that. I could make it do that easy. So the way I'm was good, Ace. The way I have it working right now, I'm using a specific API, and I make a call to it using a whatever function they have. So they have like different calls that do different things, but the one I'm using mostly is the box score call, and in there it gives me all the stats of everything that's happening, and I can and then I can have it tally the points based on what on that singles 3 points. Yeah, because right now the total bases minus strikeouts is it's the simplest way to do it, to be honest, but it's kind of the lazy way to do it too. I want to make it better. Yeah, D train is that you have a lot of grammar errors. So like right here you got I bet rice. And it's not eyes, exclamation point. I guess that's an exclamation point. I don't know. No, that's not an exclamation point. What am I talking about? It's not eyes, exclamation point. Bet rice judge and then the ch right there and the I bet. So it should look something like this. Hold on, let me put that up for you. All right. It should look like this. Exclamation point, bet. What you had? Judge, Rice, and the it's not cap sensitive, right? So you could put it capitalized or not. It's not case sensitive. I mean, Judge Rice and who was the other third person? Lee. That's how it should be right there. And then once you place a bet, if you want to edit your bet, you just use the edit command, and you could put 1 to 5. So if I just put Judge, then it'll change it to just Judge, and that's how that works right there. Let me go back. Oh, let me go back to this. Hold on. And then for stats, I'm using the $ command. I probably should have used the bet commands with the $. But anyway, so right now let's put NYYH. So I put the team and H for hitters, or I could put P for hitters for pitchers, and it'll give me the pitching roster. Hold on, let's go back here. It should pull up soon, hopefully. Runs a 2 point, stolen bases 5 point. That makes more sense. I don't know why it's showing like that. Something's going on. There it is. I got to go back in there and see why it's doing that. Yeah, runs 2 points, stolen bases a 5 point. Man, I wish I would have thought of that, At first, I had a whole different kind of system, but it got too complex. And you notice I don't even have pictures because I even did away with pictures because it started getting crazy for me. Ace was good. Yep. Everybody check out the ace. Max, I'm gonna get a list of all my fellow YouTubers, and I'm gonna make so that way when see how the bot puts Ace's channel right here, so it could do it for everybody. So I'm gonna do. All right, so already, why is it not showing the username in the recent activity? I gotta go back. Let me write this stuff down. Then I'll forget later. Did it come up? Oh, there's Sam Smith. Oh, that's the burner account that I got, man. What is that? Oh well, I'm gonna keep using it because I don't want to mess around and kill the stream. Man. All right. Showman on the 15-day IL. Yeah, man, they need to put him on the 365-day IL. That's what they're saying. They're like, oh, son with his leg. To be honest, Max, that's just excuses. Excuses. That's all it is. That's the phantom IL right there. The phantom IL. So he could save face a little bit. Save face, and also so they could probably call somebody up because they realized that, and I was saying this earlier this morning, I'd rather them call up anybody from the AAA team, anybody from down there. Shoot, bring him from AA, from single A, anybody than this dude, man. He just doesn't got it, man. He doesn't have it right now. That's the Phantom IL. Oh, it goes to my page? Okay, I got to change that. I put the wrong link then. Let me see. My bad, dude. I'll be messing up. Oh, crap. You're right. It goes to the wrong page. I'll work on that later, too. Let me write this stuff down. It goes to my face. My bad, Ace, man. I don't know why. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it. I don't even like that Streamlabs bot because it filters out people's comments sometimes for no reason. The Phantom IL might be the best for him. Let him work on some mechanics. Yes, sir. Let him work on some mechanics, man. He need to work on not even mechanics, dude. I was watching the your play by play yesterday, and it's like you want him to throw a strike in a way, but then you don't because you know once he does, they're gonna hit it hard. I think, man, I don't know, man. I think he's done, dude. He can't get it up there. He can't get the velocity up there anymore. He's barely touching 90. I mean, he's throwing like 80. Like, man, for him to be effective, he literally has to paint the corners perfectly. Like, I'm talking about like this is the zone right here. His and this is the ball. He needs to clip the zone right here. Look, like that much. He needs to just be clipping the zone to be effective. No, I didn't download Marvel Rivals yet, but I was looking into it. Looks dope. Man, I've been busy the last 2 weeks though. I've been focused. I've been going crazy on this shit, man. We're going nuts trying to get this thing to work. I've been staying up late, everything. You have the corners and get help from the M's. Yeah, that's all he could do, man. Because the minute he's in the zone a little bit, he gets hit hard because it's just it's it's too slow. I mean, let's be honest, man. Let's call a spade a spade. A man's throwing like 86 to 8 to 89 to 90. Man, you got high schoolers throwing much harder than that right now. What makes him so good is that he does have a lot of movement on his pitches, and he can paint the corners. I don't think he's painting any corners right now, man. It's not an easy task, man. It's almost impossible, man. You got to be the only person I ever seen that could do it like consistently and was effective and didn't throw hard was Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux was the only guy. Besides that, even Pedro. Pedro used to paint the corner, but Pedro threw like 95. So this dude ain't Greg Maddux, man. Greg Maddux is the only person I ever seen that he could live and he could throw it there and whenever he felt like it, he'd be on the outside corner like this much, literally clipping it this much. He says, I wouldn't trust him to paint the corners of my guest room. He's terrible. Oh man. Damn, dude. Like I want to roast him, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, man. Like I want him to be good too. That's the thing, right? Like how because other fan bases they be like, oh, we're how we boo our own players, and it's not that we are rough on them. We want them to succeed. We really do. But when they don't, we're like, yo, get them out of here. And Ace, man, DJ's coming back. Your favorite third baseman, he's coming back soon. Showman strike pitchers will get smacked around by high school team. Maybe. Depends which high school team. All depends. I'm gonna, bro. My man Stroman's stats are bad. They're very, very bad. Let's look at all the Yankee stats, right? Pitchers. I gotta fix the stat script too, because it's been real buggy lately. All right, look, Carlos Carrasco, 7 ERA. Devin Williams, 12 ERA. Ian Hamilton, a 9 ERA. Marcus Stroman, 11.57 ERA. Oh my goodness. I never thought I'd say this, but the Mets. Let's look at the Mets. Let's look at the Mets. They're doing way better than we are right now in terms of pitching. In terms of pitching. Let's pull that up. NYMP. Oh yeah, man. You know it, bro. Boone can't wait. Boone already got the lineup written for when DJ comes back. Look at the mate. Freaking Clay Holmes, 4.3 ERA. Doesn't that look so much better than the Yankees right now, dude? Sad, dude. This is supposed to be our pitching was supposed to be our thing this year. Granted, we lost our ace. Granted, we lost a lot of people, man. Even like Clayton Beetle went down. Who else from down there? Chase Hampton. So who else did we lose? So that well, uh, Clark Schmidt. He should be coming back soon. Yeah, man. Not looking good. DJ leading off, playing third. Oh my goodness, bro. Man, the washed up Yankees, man. This is incredible. At some point, man, we can't keep running these guys out there, man. These guys are past, like way past their prime. I'm talking about these dudes are washed. Dudes like DJ Stroman, Carrasco. Shit, we even brung back Ottavino and cut him twice in the same day, apparently, or same week. Our whole pitching staff is injured right now. They're either injured or they suck. Plain and simple. Not all of them though. And then later on we'll get Loisaga back. Look, Luis Hill, I can't expect much from him. He's coming off of an injury and them lat injuries. I believe that's what he got, right? A lat injury. Dude, remember when Sebi hurt his lat? He was never the same for years. It took him years to get back into it. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but those lat injuries are serious for pitchers. I was never a pitcher, so I don't know. But I was listening to Ken, his show, The Ugly Truth, and he was talking about how he used to pitch and you hurt his lat, and that's a tough injury to recover from for a pitcher. We will see. We will see. Let me see how many bets we got in this thing today. Okay, we got 4 bets. That's it. I gotta get more people in this thing. That would make it more fun when there's a lot of people playing it. A lot of people playing it. Will Warren's not so bad, but he has to stop walking hitters. Yeah, that's his thing. He don't have no command. Boy Wonder was good, my boy. My guy. Yeah, the Yankees are not too good. Yo, bro, the Yankees are cooked right now, my guy. Yo, them dudes, we can't pitch, we can't hit. They blaming the weather, talking about it's too cold to play. It's not looking good, man. And Stroman, and can Stroman not be on the rotation anymore? Well, they somebody just put here he's on the 15-day IL. Was it D train? They put him on the Max. Max put it. Showman's on the 15-day IL. So that's what they're gonna say. And that's the phantom IL. That's the bullshit IL. That's my belief, man. That's just for him to save face and to get him out the cameras for a little bit, man. Because Yankee Stadium yesterday, bro, when they were booing him, yo, you could hear that shit from Queens, bro. I'm telling you, you could hear it from Brooklyn. Those boos were loud as hell, man. I haven't heard somebody get booed like that since like Aaron Hicks, man, or Josh Donaldson, man. And it's funny, man, because why do we keep getting these players, dude? The Josh Donaldsons, the Aaron Hicks, the Joey Gallows, the names that are supposed to be better, but we get them when they're well past their prime. You know. Well, Hicks, I don't think, not really Hicks, man. Hicks was just never in his prime. He had one good season. They extended him and regretted it immediately. Let me he said where Hicks boos were the louder. Yeah, well, bro, his boos the fans forced because man, I'm telling you, Cashman is stubborn. He was not gonna DFA this guy. The fans forced him to because it was getting to the point where it was gonna be chaos. Man. Literally, man, just fans were about to start throwing shit on the field. Every time he batted, they let him know. They let the whole front office know this guy needs to go. Gotta go. And I'm not saying this. I'm not there yet with Stroman. To be honest, I'm not there yet with Stroman. I'm hoping that he can recover and you know, and just kind of just be showman, paint the corners, get ground balls, right? He's not gonna get a ton of strikeouts. Get ground balls. When they hit the ball in the air for him, we in trouble, bro. We in trouble. That's what I think. What time is it? But yeah, I'm about to close the betting soon. What time the game starts? At 4 p.m. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Well, it starts at 2. It's gonna start soon. It's starting soon. The fans ran Hicks out of town. Facts, brother. Facts. And the fans got IKF out of shortstop. It's crazy because it's like we screaming this stuff and they won't listen. But and I get it because they pay these guys a lot of money and they don't want to look dumb. Whoever made those decisions, but at the end of the day, man, you got to know when to freaking you got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. They don't know that. Let me see if the. Mm-mm-mm. Let's listen to the pregame real quick. Mm-mm. I'm watching the pregame right now, but they're about to go to commercial. They're about to go to commercial. Let's mute this. Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see if the Yankees bats can wake up. I think, man, the way it's looking, man, we don't got no pitchers coming up the pipeline. If you waiting for Clark Schmidt to save this rotation, I'm sorry, dude, because Clark Schmidt is always going to give up his 2-3 runs. That's just who he is, and that's good. That's what I want from him. But the past couple of days, this offense is putting up ones and donuts on the scoreboard. You can't win like that, dude. You can't win with one run. I mean, you can technically, but you know what I mean. You can't win with no runs. That's a fact. I don't care what league you in. If you have a 0, you can't win. There's no way to win if you score 0. So the offense has to wake up. They got to wake up. And it's the same thing too, like with Luis Hill when he comes back. If you think he's gonna save the rotation, I'll feel a lot better. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think those are the saves. We need this offense to produce, and that's tough to say because we gotta half the offense. It's like has 3 years or less experience in the major leagues, But this is the roster that Cashman constructed. This is the roster. I don't care what they say. Well, this guy got hurt, especially with Giancarlo Stanton and Garrett Cole. Like, well, they got hurt. No. They should have known that. The front office should have known that, and they did know. They did know. They weren't surprised when Garrett Cole went down. He said he needs Tommy John. We knew that from last year. He needed it last year. Or when Stanton's freaking elbows, his tennis elbows, they knew that from last year. So, this is honestly, man, it's on Cashman, bro. And this is one that I can't even blame Boone. This got nothing to do with Boone, right? Even though Boone's part of their regime. So if one goes, they both go. That's what I think. Let me listen to this pregame real quick.
What you wanted to see. Rainy weather finally brought the tarp on for good and ended things early. But today, this is a little more like it. The tarp is off the field and everything looks like a go for Game 2 of this classic rivalry as the New York Yankees host the San Francisco Giants on a Saturday afternoon at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. We take a look at the pitching matchup for this afternoon's ball game. Battle of righties. Jordan Hicks going for the Giants. The former reliever turned starter, pitching well
Jordan
so far.
Hicks.
And Will Warren looking for his first.
Can y'all hear that?
Major
Can y'all hear
league
it?
victory.
Let me know in the chat if you can hear it.
Day. Welcome to the FanDuel Yankees pregame. Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry with you. Middle game of this 3-game series, a 9-1 loss in the opener for the Yanks. A soggy experience all around. Let's get your Hyundai opening comment.
It was a miserable night for the Yankees. Bad weather, bad performance on the field. So when you come back to the ballpark today, Bob, and the weather is slightly better, if you're the Yankees, it's all about every player in their lineup saying, get up, stand up, produce a lot better today. It always starts with the starting pitcher and Will Warren. This is his 9th Major League appearance, Bob. He's never won a Major League game. The Yankees could really use him to get this game to the middle innings.
And he's never won a game?
And they could also use the hitters who were absent last night and who have been absent recently to produce more and get them a win in the Bronx.
Yeah, just 2 hits for the Yanks last night. We'll talk more about that coming up. Right now, we get it out to the stadium. Meredith Barakovich standing by with the Clubhouse Report presented by your local Ford stores.
I'm going to get a copyright strike for this shit.
Last night as it relates to today now. We start with the Morgan & Morgan injury report, and we found out post-game that Marcus Stroman had some discomfort in his left knee. What's the latest with that?
Bob, it truly has been a rough start to the season for Marcus Stroman. In his first 2 starts, he was pretty ineffective, and then yesterday, albeit brutal conditions out there on the field, could not get out of that first inning, recorded just 2 outs, threw 46 pitches, allowed 5 runs
46
in the process.
pitches.
You mentioned what Aaron Boone revealed after the game, that he was dealing with some left knee discomfort. Well, today,
I don't care about no left knee
to put
discomfort.
Marcus Stroman on the
That's
injured list,
that BS.
and they decided to make a pitching move because of that as well. So he's been placed on the IL with left knee inflammation. Alan Winans selected to the active roster. With the exception of Max Fried, the Yankees starters have not been effective to start the season. It's a small sample size, but their 5.46 ERA is the worst in the league. They need to start getting a little bit more from their starters. Jack, you mentioned the fact that it's going to be Will Warren going this afternoon. I asked Aaron Boone, being that they're in this stretch where they're playing 13 in a row. They did not clearly get length yesterday, and they used 2 of the guys that could give them innings in that bullpen. How imperative it is for Will Warren to go a little deeper in this game.
Yeah, we want him to go out and pitch well. So, yeah, I mean, over the long haul, we got to start getting more innings, obviously, there. And, you know, hopefully he can go out and get us off on a good note today.
What are the challenges in kind of managing your pitching staff, bullpen, when you're in a stretch like this where you don't really have an off day for a while?
Yeah, you know, always challenging this time of year with that, especially as you're trying to get everyone built up and regular work and everything like that. So, you know, one of the challenges you face at different times of the year. So, you know, this tough stretch for us right now.
While
Jonathan
he's not
Loaisiga
an option in the near term, Jonathan Loaisiga throwing his first live session earlier today. Aaron Boone said everything went well for Loaisiga. They're expecting him maybe the end of May, beginning of June. Good first step for him. You see, it's DJ LeMahieu there in the batter's box. I spoke with LeMahieu, and he said he's expected to go to Tampa tomorrow, probably take about 4 days of live BPs. And if everything goes well thereafter and he feels physically okay, he'll likely start a rehab assignment, and then the Yankees will have to decide what to do from there. But LeMahieu essentially needs a whole spring training, so that is going to be a lengthy process for him. Now, when you look at the Yankees offense as a whole, they have stalled here the last 5 games. They are 1-4 over that span. Collectively, they are hitting just 190, averaging 2.2 runs per game. Cody Bellinger has kind of had a weird start to the year.
These guys.
He had that back issue. Then he got
DJ can stay over there, though.
Has not been able to get in the groove. 3 for his
Except
last
for DJ,
30,
exactly.
0 extra base hits over his last 8 games. I asked Aaron Boone earlier, overall, just what he's seeing from Bellinger at the plate.
You know, he's had a couple of at-bats here go, you know, where, you know, he had a 3-2 at-bat where he left the strike zone. You know, I feel like he's had a few of those at-bats where he's putting together a good at-bat, getting in that 3-1, 3-2 situation, then leaving the strike zone a little bit. Again, a little bit disjointed here to start with the back and the food poisoning. So, you know, Cody's Cody's going to bang, so he'll get it
Oh,
rolling.
this dude with the
And,
bang.
you know,
Cody's gonna
even
bang.
within these at bats where
Bang, Willie
he's had some
bang.
swing and miss,
Willie
like
bang
he's
bang.
I feel like seeing pitches and getting into
dude.
counts, so that'll show up.
Boom be killing me, bro.
And Cody Bellinger is in this afternoon's lineup. He's playing center field, batting third.
Cody's
Jason
gonna bang.
Dominguez is going through a little rough stretch at the plate as well. He is in the lineup, batting eighth and playing left field. Also noteworthy, Clark Schmidt was in the clubhouse today. The Yankees still have not announced what day he's going to be inserted back into that rotation.
Cody's gonna
but
bang.
he is expected to make his first start of the season this upcoming week. He is clearly excited to get back out there. He did a rehab assignment with the Somerset Patriots. And Bob, I'm sure you're wondering what he did for the guys on the Patriots. Typically, the veteran caters the meal after the game. A little Outback Steakhouse for them. And one more note on the weather before I send it back to you. Yes, it is better than yesterday, but don't be fooled by the fact that the tarp is not on the field right now. It had been misting essentially all morning and early afternoon, and it is bitter cold out there. Still dressed like Antarctica. It's not going to be a fun one to play in again this afternoon.
Well, it's good to see your luggage made it back from Detroit, though, on the road trip. That's good because you had all your jackets with you. Meredith, thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you in just a bit with Michael and Paul. Now, fans, want to remind you the Yes app has moved to the Gotham Sports app, your new home for streaming live Yankees, Nets, and more.
That's enough of that.
Eligible
I
TV
ain't talking about
providers.
nothing. But anyway, that's gonna, Cody Bang Bang. That's the new one, right? His dude, man. Remember the Willie Bang? Willie Bang Bang. Willie Bang Bang Bang.
Offense, who's hot and who's not. We're going to break it all down, so stay with us on Yes.
A lot of people are
Gotham
not
Sports
hot.
app.
I'll tell you that much. That's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna order some food and watch the game. I'll take this last comment from D-Train. Hey, I appreciate you, D-Train. I really do. We've been playing in bad weather for like the past 3 series. Yeah, man, but that's still no excuse because the other team's playing in bad weather too, you know? So I get it. It affects the game, but come on now. Yesterday they had 2 hits. I get it. It's raining. I get it. But 2 hits, that's it. Like, that's not going to cut it, man. Even in the rain, it ain't going to cut it. Robbie Ray ain't that good. But anyway, man, I appreciate it. Look, I'm trying to think. I'll leave this running. You won't be able to see the like the scoreboard, the player pools and all that stuff, but I'm gonna leave it running in the background for a little bit so you can go back to this chat. I think, hold on. Or you can try to go back in the chat and try to enter the bet, but you won't see anything, and I can't guarantee that it'll actually accept it. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna come back tonight, and that way we can see if this thing worked and if it tallied everything up and see who won. All right. I appreciate you guys joining me. Let's go Yankees. Peace. I'll end this.